pat on the back for the good job. Wow, my lighting on YouTube is bad. Welcome, Alan. I think we can start in the next 2 minutes. Welcome, Final, Lenny, Roslyn, Pretty. I'm glad we are all here. We all want to get out of the survival mode and get better with our finances. So I'm happy we are here. I hope you're happy to be here. And I'm going to be answering all your questions today. Today we are not taking a topic because we cannot be moving too fast. We want to go at a good pace. We ensure if there are any questions, they have been addressed. Hi, Charles. Hi, Diana. My laptop is running out of power. Just get it sorted. I see we already have 3 new followers. Thank you. I am very sure. I don't hope. I'm very sure you will love it here. What I cannot see are likes, so you can also drop the likes. So Charles, welcome. Hadassah, Sky Blue. Then if I've not mentioned your name, you're most welcome to today's live. We're just getting ready and waiting for everybody to join before we can start. Your questions will help us even start sooner. Welcome, Kelsent. And if you have a business, you can drop your business profile down in the comments so that we also give you a shout out and refer people to your business. Hi, Gladwell Terrier. Make sure you define your business properly so that people will come knowing what you offer. Welcome, PP. 2 more minutes, then we start. Make sure you like the live. I don't see any likes. I'm only seeing new followers. So as you follow, please give the live a like. As you join, drop your questions. The Loyogram, Macarios, you're most welcome. Hope you're doing well. We're just giving people a few minutes to join. We don't want to start and then we have to retake some parts. Welcome, Chris. Welcome, Justin, Rose. If you're in the 30-week saving challenge, I'd love to know when you joined. If you've just come across this channel for the first time, I'd love to know. I'd love to know I'm on YouTube and TikTok. So when you hear channel or this page, you understand the difference. Yeah, I'd love to know what you expect from this page or this channel so that we can learn, plan, and grow together. Welcome, Vic, Milune, Justin. I don't know whether I had called your name. I just welcome, Faye. Today we're just going to have an engaging session so that in case there is any other question that we have not addressed in previous episodes, we address it now. Welcome, Kate Shiko, Luciana, Ahmad, Chris, Gakuru. You see why I'm not starting? I wanted to see if we can get more people. Miriam, but because I don't want you to run out of bundles, we can quickly start. So, so what is this 30-week saving challenge we are always talking about? This is a challenge where we decided to save for our short term goal, which is going to take us 30 weeks. And we started on the 1st of June 2025, and it's going to run until the 28th of December 2025. The purpose is either to save for your emergency fund if you don't already have it, or you're saving for a specific goal. Let me know in the comment section what you're saving for, what your purpose for this challenge is. I'd love to know so that I know at least some of us we're on the same page. As for me, I'm saving for my January expenses in case I overindulge in December. My January expenses will be catered for. Welcome, Debbie, Rogers, Nonette. Yeah. So that was the main purpose. So if you don't have an emergency fund, this is the best approach to start by having a challenge. Number two, if you already have an emergency fund, if you already have an emergency fund and you want to save for a specific thing, again, this is your challenge. It will help you ensure that you're able to save. Welcome, Mimi. She's one of our OGs. Yeah. So, uh, I'd like to know whether you have started saving or you're just finding out about the challenge today. If you're new, you can comment. If you're existing, you can motivate someone. Okay. The duration ideally was supposed to be 7 months, but now we are halfway down the line. So we are about 3 months and something away to hitting our target. Even if you're joining now, you can still catch up with us. So don't worry if you find yourself joining today, you can still start the challenge. Okay? So, how much are we saving? We are not saving a specific amount because our goal is to accommodate everybody. I don't want anyone who has 100 shillings, 200 shillings, 300 shillings feeling like, oh, their target is from 2,000, from 5,000, which I don't have. So, this challenge accommodates everybody. And if you're joining now, we are working with between saving at least 5,000 to 1 million. And for you to save 5,000 in the remaining period, that is 15 weeks, including this one, then you need to save 312 shillings per week. If it's 10,000, 625. If it is 30,000, 1875 per week. Sorry. If it is 50,000, 3,125. If it is 90,000, it's 5,625. So depending on your capacity, you can weigh where you lie between 312, and the 1 million is about 62,500. But if you have less than the 300 we're talking about, we are not looking for perfection. We are looking to create a discipline. So do not hide under, oh, I have 50 shillings, or I have 5 shillings, or I have 10. Just save what you have. With time, you're going to create a culture. Remember, we started with not knowing whether we are able to save. And at this point, we can already tell that we are making progress. Someone who never used to save now is saving. So that is the first step, to have the discipline. Once you have the discipline, increasing the amount will be a bit easy for you. Okay? So don't worry, whatever you have, you save it. Don't think that someone is saving 62, another person is saving 10,000. No, 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 no. Just save what you have. How are we saving? We have four modes. We have money market fund, which is the recommended option because it gets you some better interest. And this money market fund, we have partnered with Kusa. Hey, we have partnered with Kuza Asset Management to give you the product, and also Etika Capital. So the link is on the profile. You can check them out both on YouTube and TikTok. You'll find it there. So don't look elsewhere. You'll find it in either of the page. Just check the profile and it will be there, and you'll be able to join either of the two. For Kuza Asset Management, you need to just follow the link. It will add you to my profile. For Etika Capital, you put the money and mindset at gmail.com as the referral, so that your profile under my portfolio. And in case you have any questions or concerns, I can be able to follow up for you. Okay. The second one is a bank account. Bank account is an ordinary savings account. Yeah. So if you already have one, you can decide to use that one. If you that one is for a specific purpose, you can open another one for this particular challenge. Okay. The next one is mobile money, depending. Like I said in our previous live, we have audience from different countries. So sometimes when I don't mention specifics of some products, is because it has to be it is for different countries audience. Okay. Yeah, so mobile money, depending on your preference. And like I said, it doesn't earn you much interest, but it helps you save. If you feel it is the convenient one, it will help you. And once you have the discipline, you'll be able to go to the next one, which we are saying is money market. Most people consider it as investment, but personally, I don't. I feel like it's more or less a way of saving and safeguarding your money and protecting your money, because the risk is very low. Okay. So that is why I prefer it, and I consider it as a saving option. The next one is thank you for the likes. At least now I can see some activity. New followers, warm welcome. The likes, they are most welcome. Okay. And then we have the piggy bank. Piggy bank, you can just pick any container, even in your house. What is more important is to have discipline. So if you have discipline, you'll be able to save without stealing from yourself. Can you believe that I can save and not touch my money until I need to use it? All you need is to be organized and you plan well. Otherwise, you're good to go. But if you start stealing from yourself, then it means even the hard work you put in, you're not helping yourself, honestly. Okay? We didn't I opted to have an open-ended challenge where you save the amount that you're able to save without feeling constrained to match with maybe someone else. Maybe we have a specific amount, all of us. Yeah, so that is why this challenge is slightly different from the ones, because I've seen questions, people asking me, so how much are we saving? We're saving what you can be able to save, not what you can afford. Because if most people are asked how much or what they can afford, to be very honest, they will not save. That is the truth of the matter. But what you purposed to save. Okay? And remember, the driving force is whatever you're saving for. Oh, we are not yet there. So we said, oh, we did actually at the beginning. We said we are saving for your emergency fund or your short term goal. So if maybe you're saving for a holiday and say, because actually, did you know that holidaying in January is better than holidaying in December? First, you get good service. Second, it's less expensive. So you can decide to save, and then after Christmas in January, you get to travel and you get to experience your holiday. For the people who go to the village, raise your hand up. That's me, starting with me. So if you go to the village, raise your hand. Yeah. Uh, Maybe someone else wants to travel around that time, but for me, village is my destination. I would travel any other time except Christmas. That's my policy. Yeah. So just remember what you're saving for, and you will be motivated to save. That is for sure. Imagine you're saving to ensure that your kid does not go back to school in January with a debt because you're used to taking loans. How cool would that be? That would even be helping you to come back on track, because if you saved for the first term, now it will give you time after you pay the first term to now start saving for the second term. So it's very beneficial. Yeah. So, rules of success. Consistency over perfection. We have said time and again, you don't need to save the specific amount that you started with or the specific amount that you want. You want to first create discipline. And things happen, they just flow. The thing is, they just flow. You will always find yourself getting your way around. If you have already started investing, I am sure when you started, you were not very sure how it will work around. Look at you now, you know. So it's a personal decision, and it's a personal commitment to remember that you need to pay yourself first before you pay others. Okay? Then you can automate your savings. You can place a standing order to send your savings to whichever account you prefer, maybe your money market or your savings account. Of course, like I said, to stay motivated and vision your goal. That will give you all the energy that you need to be able to keep going. Okay? Then, of course, engage with us weekly. We'll be here every Sunday, gracing your life, and I'm sure every time you join, you benefit with something. And even if you don't, at some point, you'll see the benefit. Okay? Don't always say this one who always talks about saving and I have nothing to save. No, 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 no. That day, that reminder every time, one day you will realize you'll start setting aside small monies. Even if you start with just 10 shillings. But then there's an app called Chooms. And Chooms for Kenyans, Chooms, you save as low as 5 shillings. So if you're in Kenya and you're wondering where to save your 5 shillings, your 10 shillings, I got an answer for you. Go download the app and start saving there. That way, you will not say my money is too little to save. Take a piggy bank, throw your coins there. That still will not mean that it is too little to save. Throw your notes, open your mobile money. You have the options are unlimited. It's just for you to make the decision. Okay? At week 30, what do we want to achieve? Solid saving spot. You will be able to be consistent in saving. Saving will no longer be a story. You'll not be joining the life to be motivated to save. You'll now be good in saving. You will have been used to the saving like it's something you are born with. Okay? You'll have a proven habit of consistency because you have saved for 30 weeks. What else can't you do when it comes to saving? You cannot even save for the rest of your life. Let me tell you, the hardest thing is to start, but the moment you do, it becomes easy because now it's in your mind and in your budget. Okay? It will give you confidence to take on bigger financial goals. If you saved 10,000 in 30 weeks, if you put yourself to save an amount in 2026 for the whole year, you say, I'm going to start saving for my down payment for a specific goal that I have, maybe a house, a car, whatever things that you're dreaming about, maybe your house renovation and all that, you can achieve it because you have already created the habit and you're able to even make sacrifices. Remember those impulse shopping that you used to experience before you started saving. Remember those unbudgeted things that you used to buy. Now you're budgeting better. So it's a whole lot of things revolving around your life. So just be happy and know that you're heading somewhere. Okay? So I believe we have captured everything about the saving challenge. I'll give you 3 minutes so that we start on the Q&A in the next 3 minutes. Just drop your question. Let me also check whether there are questions so that I don't leave anyone behind. Drop your question, then we get to the Q&A. A warm welcome to the new members who are joining and the OGs. You're amazing. You're the ones who keep making me show up every Sunday because I know when I show up, you will show up for me and also for yourself because you get to learn. Yeah, I can see no question. So I'll give you 3 minutes. Actually, now there are 2 minutes to drop your question. Okay, as we start on the questions that I have, I've already started seeing questions. Which is an app someone can save with? I'm new here. So, Samitonic, I've said we have two different, okay, let me call them three. If your bank has an app, you can use the bank's app. So, don't worry. If you're feeling pressed and you feel like you have a less amount to save, like I said, Chum's app is a good one to start with as low as 5 shillings, 5 Kenya shillings. Can you imagine? If you're here and you're wondering where can I save my 10 bob, my 20 bob, it's not a paid ad, by the way. I have engaged them and I just understood how their app works. But you can save as low as 5 shillings. So don't hesitate to save. You can also save on other mobile money apps depending on your preference. If you're in Kenya, we have Safaricom. ZD is an option. It's a money market fund, though the returns are very low. We have the Mshwari savings. So the options are based on what you want. But I always give a disclaimer before you invest or you put your money in something, just check through what they just check a review of how they are doing so that by the time you're putting your money in there, you understand what they are like. For instance, when I talk of some of the partners I have, say for instance Kuza and Etika, the first thing you check is, are they regulated? So even if you go to any other app, just check, are they regulated? Who regulates them? Is my money safe? You know, like you put your money in a bank and you know central bank is regulating. You put your investment in Kuza or Etika and you know capital markets authority is regulating. It gives you that comfort. Even if you're not in Kenya, I'm sure in your country there is a regulator for the different investment providers. So just do your research before you get there. Okay. 10K earnings. Can I save something? Why not? The truth of the matter is, no matter how much money you're making, you can still save. You just need to reduce your consumption. I think that is what we are talking about, that you have to really squeeze your consumption. One of the biggest consumer of your income is housing and food. So if you get a way of managing those two, then you can be able to save something. Let me tell you, even someone who earns 5,000, 2,000, if they commit to saving, they will save. That is for sure. Because saving is a personal decision. It's not for you to say that I have a lot of money. See, even happy, you don't even pay rent. So can you imagine? what you should what you need to do is that whatever you're supposed to pay as rent, save that, assuming you're living somewhere. So with 10K, you cannot live in a house of more than 2.5 thereabout. Actually it should be between 15 to 2,500 if you really want to get into that one. So you should actually be saving not less than 1,500. That's the reality. Imagine, as as bad as it sounds, as real, but even if you are paying rent, you can still afford to save something. Like I said, you can even save 5 shillings. It will make a difference. Yeah. So, Sammy, thanks for the advice. I'll start saving daily 100 shillings in money market you have just mentioned. Start now. And actually, by the end of the year, you'll see a difference in your life. Because saving is not just, the rule is saving is not just putting money aside. You have to put a name, to that particular saving. Say you're saving for a house. You're saving for a house. You're saving for your Christmas expenses. You're saving for your child's school fees or your own school fees. Your saving has to be tagged to something. First, emergency fund. Emergency fund is 3 to 12 months worth of living, which is supposed to safeguard you in case anything happens to your main source of income. Okay, so once you have that, you'll now be ready to invest. We discussed investment last week. So in case you missed last week's live, I think the last two or last week or the other one, it's available on our YouTube channel. So don't worry, even if you missed, you can always catch up there. Okay, naishi one bedroom, mzee analipa. Even better for you. So you can start investing, because there's also a possibility that where you're living is near your family. So you can even sneak into your parents' house and eat once or twice in a week. So you see, you only buy food. So the remainder of the money should go to your savings, so that today you are at 10K. Do you want to be at 10K in 2026? So you need to start changing that narrative of today is 10K. I don't want to be in 10K 2026. I want even to go to 15 to 20. And if you have free time, you can start looking for ways of earning extra income. Not many people even have the privilege of not having to pay for their housing. So you're a blessed man. Yes. I'm sure people can agree here. Okay. I'm looking out for more questions before we go to today's question. Let me give you 2 minutes. You drop any other questions. I don't want to leave anyone out. I think in the meantime, I can be setting up the lighting.